here was thinking maybe we should have activities like this, maybe a firm sets a gesture of giving than many more congressional hearings to talk about issues. So I accept this award with an appeal to our Philippine government, especially Pinoy. No, he's here, but he's here, our president, because his crusade is about good governance. And we thought and we believe that volunteerism is a commitment to contributing to good governance and to making this country a better place to live in. That maybe for the government to support the volunteer efforts, especially putting up systems and structures that will nurture volunteers and commit also as their expression, commit to volunteerism as their own expression of the Filipino virtue of pag-usap, pagsisilbi, pag-aalay ng sarili para sa kapwa, lalo na doon sa mga nangangailangan. Volunteer work is not easy. We all know that. And when the going gets tougher, especially if you take care of volunteers, these are young graduates, young professionals, and send them to very difficult areas, and especially if the work gets very difficult, I console the volunteers each year, each batches, that, well, this is not work. Volunteering is not work. It's mission. And our reward is greater in heaven. But today, I can tell my ex-alumni and future volunteers as well that there is here on earth, volunteers can get rewarded too. And hope is to entice more to volunteer. So for the Philippine National Volunteer Service Coordinating Agency, thank you very much for this award. This is a reminder that beyond the main works we are challenged to do is for us to value volunteer work as an engaged citizen and as a Filipino, and we feel and believe that that's the only way to go as a Filipino. Daghang tayo salamat at mabuhay ng mga volunteers.
Good afternoon to everyone. It's often said that every significant and meaningful achievement draws inspiration from someone or something above us. I cannot accept this very esteemed award without recognizing that one person whom I know many of you know, who continues to inspire us and from whose constant prodding has encouraged the formation of the Metrobank Purple Hearts Club in February of 2003. I'd like to request Mr. Aniceto Sobrepeña, fondly co-chiefo by many of you, to stand up. As much of what we have achieved in the Metrobank Purple Hearts Club draws its wisdom, encouragement, and guidance to this day from Chito Sobrepeña, a colleague in the band. Thank you very much, Chito, for always being there for us. I am dwarfed and humbled being with the list of winners that are recognized this afternoon. I feel like the Metrobank Purple Hearts Club is a baby. And so I will not go through the stories of the weekend tutorials that we do and the tree planting that we do. Suffice it to say that this award sends an anachronistic to the very spirit of volunteerism, as most people volunteer without an expectation, without wanting or needing anything back other than the sheer pleasure of helping. Marami pong salamat sa Philippine National Volunteer Service Coordinating Agency sa karalang ibinigay niyo sa amin. Kalaki po ng isang taus-pusong pasasalamat ay isang pangako na kami po sa Metrobank ay lalong magsusumikat na panatilihin buhay ang volunteerismo. Para sa gawaing malaki man o maliit, kami ay makatulong sa aming kapwa at sa pag-aalaga ng ating kapaligiran. Maraming salamat po, and we are highly honored and deeply happy for this recognition for a volunteer group of employees who are just starting on a journey. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of my colleagues from Pfizer Philippines, I would like to thank PNVSCA for this award. This is truly a great recognition of the volunteer work rendered by 800 employees of Pfizer Philippines. Engage is what we call our employee volunteerism program. We chose the name Engage because it connotes the strong commitment of Pfizer and its employees in living out the company's core value of helping the community. Through the Engage program, our colleagues are provided opportunities to help the community where they work in by sharing their skills, talent, and time. With this award, this will definitely strengthen Pfizer's commitment to help Filipinos have healthier, longer lives, not only through our medicines, but also through our volunteer service. So to PNVSCA, thank you and more power.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am Mabili F. Pablo, husband of Justice Luciano's youngest daughter, Glenn. If I had a choice, I would not be up here on stage accepting the award on Mami's behalf. I would rather be seated in the audience with you, applauding her as she accepted this award. But sadly, it was not to be. It will be exactly 27 days since we entrusted Mommy into God's good hands. Up to now, we, her family, are still trying to get used to life without her. And up to now, we are still trying to get used to the fact that she can still surprise us like this in a very big way. Knowing Mommy, it was just like her not to have said anything at all about this award. It was only yesterday when Mr. Ken Scrivello called up the house and informed us about this award. But also knowing Mommy, she was very much looking forward to being here with you today from the time she received your letter dated February 2. That was the way Mommy was, very humble and very self-effacing. At home, she was always more interested in hearing about your day than in talking about hers, which is why life with her was always very full of surprises. You only found out that she had done this or that after the fact, usually from the newspapers or from someone else. Mommy lived a life of service without hesitation or reserve to God and her fellow men, in particular, the last, the least, and the lost. In writing about her, former Chief Justice Renato Puno chose to quote a poem by Emily Dickinson, which goes, "If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not bleed in vain. If I can ease one life the aching, or cool one pain, or help one fainting body unto his nest again, I shall not bleed in vain." That was exactly the kind of person Mommy was, and that was exactly the kind of life she chose to live. As a young lawyer, she ran the Willowsea Legal Aid Center with other volunteers helping indigent wives and mothers finding solutions to their family problems. She wanted to empower them, providing incentive, knowledge, opportunities, and resources that would lead them to be able to speak for themselves, free them from oppression, enhance their self-worth, dignity, and capability. It was the recurring theme throughout her long life. She was such a believer in the creation of a truly fair and just society, where everyone, especially women, children, and the youth, were participating equally and fully, that she established the Mulabayu, the Tanglao, and the Kaisang Buhay Foundations. She also co-authored with other civil law experts the Child and Youth Welfare and the New Family Codes, which also bear witness to her contributions and farsightedness institutionalizing measures for the well-being of future generations. But nowhere was her love more evident than in her involvement with the Red Cross, which she was elected national president of twice, and which to the end of her life was one of the platforms from which she continued to be active in all her advocacies, and there were many. She was elected national president twice of the Catholic Women's League and national president of the National Council of Women. She was chairperson of the International Social Service, the Unayan ng Kababaihan sa Politika, the Asian Women's Network on God and Governance, the Banahao Sustainable Development Foundation, Sariling Sikap, and the Ima Foundation. Mommy liked to say that her life had been changed ever since she met Mother Teresa and saw how tenderly loving she ministered to the poorest of the poor. She liked to quote and always put into practice the following words of Mother Teresa, quote, "Unless a life is lived for others, it is not worthwhile," unquote, and quote, "We will not be judged according to the number of deeds that we have done, or by the diplomas and awards we have earned in our lifetime. We will be judged according to the love we have put in our work." Mommy was always one to put love in her work, encouraging people to do the same, to become actively involved in civil society. In January 2001, she published a primer entitled, "Lord, Teach Us to Live in the Third Millennium," which was distributed to all Red Cross chapters nationwide. In it, she wrote that reaching the new millennium was a grace granted us in this new generation and should be a time of new life, new challenges, more love and understanding, justice, prosperity, peace, and hope. Therefore, we should not be overwhelmed by what was happening around us. If we felt hopeless and frustrated, we had only to turn to our compassionate, all-powerful, and merciful God to learn from His teachings, gospel values, and way of life, to reach out to Him in prayer. After all, there were just three things that He asked us to do: to act justly, to love constantly, and to walk humbly with Him. This, in essence, was the secret of Mommy's success in life, which allowed her to give so much of herself to the service of God and others. In her own words, she wanted to know Him more clearly, to love Him more deeply, and to follow Him more nearly. Her love of God and of others was the primary motivating factor, which is why she never gave up or despaired of humanity and kept pursuing her advocacies. Every day of her life, especially as the first presiding judge of the Juvenile and Domestic Relations Court in Quezon City, as Justice of the Court of Appeals, as two-term sectoral representative for women, and as head of various social, civic, and religious organizations, she looked reality squarely in the eye without flinching. Yet she remained one of the most optimistic, if not the most optimistic people I have been privileged to know. It is only fitting that she is the recipient of this award, along with one of her dearest friends, Mrs. Esther Rivera. With Esther, with whom she helped a lot of people help themselves and others. With Esther, I cannot think of two better people than you and Mommy, who have consistently contributed talent, effort, and resources to volunteer work throughout their lifetime, and who are truly deserving to be regarded as role models of volunteerism. On behalf of Mommy and our family, I would like to thank the Philippine National Volunteer Service Coordinating Agency for this award, especially Executive Director Rosalito Videla